Give me reasons to doubt, try to keep me down, but I'll put the flame out, you can't get to me. Throw your sticks and your stones, go break all of my bones, you won't ache my soul, you can't.
Oh, hello there. Didn't see you behind all this supplements. Today we're going to talk to you about supplements and why you take them.
And our coffees. Well, day to day before we go to the gym.
First we wake up and then we usually get coffee.
I will never give up coffee. That's just not something that I would do because I love it so much. So since working there, I figured out a way to get the best of both worlds. So basically it's 5 shots over a full cup of ice with sugar-free flavorings. Mine's vanilla and caramel, and then his is hazelnut and white chocolate. The syrups and sauces are different. So if you get sugar-free syrups, there's 0 calories in it. The sauces do have calories in it. It's 60 calories per scoop. When you do it, so we essentially do half of a scoop for the sauces and syrups, so you really only get 30 out of it. And then you put it over ice, and then we do like a dash of non-fat milk. So it's basically just straight up espresso. That's normally what I use for pre-workout if we have time to go get it before we go to the gym, and then if we don't, we normally take this. It's PEScience High Volume. We actually saw this on a different YouTube channel, so we decided to try it. You are easier to get started working out. That's essentially what I get the benefit of it. It doesn't really give me any like crazy pump or anything or makes me crazy or itchy. Some of them do that because there's not caffeine, but it gets your blood flowing, so it helps you be able to start lifting more quicker than trying to warm up. I'm not a big warmer-upper, unfortunately. He is, but I kind of just get into it, so this helps me get into it without hurting myself. And what we put in our waters.
You can find so many different BCAs on a ton of different websites. We go through bodybuilding.com for most of our stuff, and then a local supplement shop just to try new things, just to kind of get some advice from someone who's kind of like our fitness guru in town. But each one's going to be a little different. That's why they call them BCAs, branched chain amino acids. So basically they're just a random blend of amino acids to help in recovery. A bunch of ions and...
Basically, we benefit from taking it. You don't have to take supplements, so this isn't us saying like if you don't do it, it won't work. Yeah. But I can tell you that it does help support if, especially too, you're looking for quicker results. So that's the biggest thing I would say is that when you're taking, if you could take anything, I would definitely take BCAs throughout even the day, especially too if you're looking for energy in general and you don't like coffee. Also, too, just putting it in your water throughout the day as well to drink makes it easier to drink water for some people. I don't like drinking water, so. But this helps promote basically recovery, building lean mass, breakdown of body fat, metabolism if you're trying to increase that for weight loss. So it depends on what you're looking for, but it gives a lot of nutritional value.
The next thing that we put in our water basically is creatine. This is RSP's creatine. You get it through bodybuilding.com. Creatine and glutamine are actually pretty inexpensive, and from a supplemental standpoint, it's a very small amount and it'll do a really big job for you. So for creatine, for example, it'll help you with burning fat. It'll increase the ability to, like your endurance, being able to work out, so you'll be able to work out longer. And it helps reinforce building muscles, and it'll help you recover. So definitely one of the bodybuilders' must-haves. The other thing that we put into our stuff is glutamine. And glutamine's, we basically put that in our water as well as post-workout. Muscle rebuilding and recovery, and it really just is something to help with the recovery altogether so that you can lift longer and more frequently and basically keep growing. The next one is the favorite one and the most talked about, which is protein. So this is Rule 1's protein. Heard really good things. Protein basically just allows you to get buff quicker.
You're just so...
Make sure you're looking at those nutrition labels when you're looking through it. It basically just helps you feed your muscles and assist with muscle gain and be able to help you grow. And bodybuilding, they need to increase that. So a lot of people take it in supplemental format just to basically help them grow. It's usually something you would always take right after a workout with glutamine though. That's usually what we take.
After a workout, your body's muscles are broken down,
Oh.
obviously. Like since you went and worked out, right? And you like maxed out your reps or whatever. So at that point, they're in the kneading phase of how you recover them. So if they're broken down, how do you repair them? The easiest way to repair them and make them bigger is give them food, right? Or feed them. So that's why people drink protein like right after a workout, is because that's when it's in the phase. And this one specifically is fast absorbing, which is good. Because if it takes a long time to break it down, it's not going to get to your muscles to help feed them quickly. And then also too, that's part of why we do glutamine right afterward too, as well as throughout it. It just helps the recovery time. Your lactic acid can build up pretty quickly too. Like I think the biggest thing for me during leg day is that I do make sure that we do extra glutamine or make sure that we're on point with it. Just because that helps relieve the soreness, and that's part of the reason why you get sore is your lactic acid building up. But that is the prime time for your muscles to repair and grow, is right after they're broken down. So that's essentially why you would want to take it right afterward. And then consumption, like he said, especially too if you're trying to build muscle, most of the time you're gonna have to, your intake of protein goes up, and it's easy to get your macros in using that in your protein area, just because it's a quicker fix than eating chicken. Because the content of the macros are gonna have more than just protein in chicken. It's gonna go throughout your other ones. So that's an easy way to get your macro count in.
Yeah, and just from personal experience with learning to count macros and how high the protein count is, it's really hard to actually get that. I'll be like 50 grams under it, so it really assists with being able to meet those needs on a daily basis. Pharmanex, it's Life Pack Nano. We started taking this because we kept going to the grocery store and getting a ton of vegetables and then not having time to cook them because we have lives. We got these as kind of an alternative to fruits and vegetables in a sense, just to kind of give us the same nutrition from it. And the reason why is just that a lot of these grocery stores have fruits and vegetables that you're not really sure how they got there or how they're preserved. And a lot of the nutrition in it is taken away within the preservation process for them. So it's got a ton of vitamins and minerals in it, and it's basically in a dense nutrition format. So it's like 7 pills, which 2 of them are like horse pills, which she hates. And I think those are the fish oil ones, but
it's the omega-3 ones, which is not fish oil, which is cool. It's Creole oil.
Oh yeah.
So the difference is that basically the cool thing when we were watching why, because these are pretty expensive. You're supposed to take 2 packs a day, but we split it and just take 1 pack a day, which seems to be fine. I mean, even in 1 pack though, you're getting basically above what you normally need anyways. And since we're macro counting too, we do eat vegetables like now. Before we were trying without it, but since we're counting our macros and getting more detailed in, we do eat that. But it was just to see if we felt better energy wise too, because we're usually at work or on the go for like 12 hours a day. It seems that way. But the cool thing about the omega-3s is the fact that fishes eat other fish who then eat everything inside the fish. Like everything.
Awkward.
So basically they go down to the bottom of the food chain and get the oil from them, so it's more natural, and there's nothing else in it besides the actual oil itself, instead of using like fish oil and things like that. And also too, like sometimes when you take your fish oil and then you burp and you're like, ooh, it's like fishy. These don't have that, which is awesome. Like, I'm just saying.
It's the weirdest benefit.
It is. I feel like that's amazing. And I don't like taking pills. I'm not a big pill taker, but I do take these ones. They're not huge horse pills, but I mean, the oil ones are pretty big.
She has to take them all separately.
I take my pills separately. I take one by one.
I
can't just, that's just how I am. But it is beneficial. They're like $140 for one box, and there's 60 in it. So basically covers us for the month, but we were spending that much money in vegetables and stuff like that prior. And we ended up either cooking it and then just not having the time, or forgetting that it was in there, and then it would be bad. So we've actually saved money doing it. At first we were kind of iffy about it, but it works out well. Generic form of glutamine and creatine, it doesn't matter where it comes from, if it's name brand, it's the same concept. So other than that, good luck out there.